Hey everybody, it's Brooke with The Buttered Home and welcome to my messy kitchen. Today we have an easy hands-free recipe for you. We are going to be sharing our recipe for our crock pot balsamic chicken. This is one you will not want to miss. It's great for easy weeknights as well as dinner in a hurry, and it's delicious and one of our favorites here. We can't wait to share it with you, so stay tuned. Okay, this recipe is so simple, so simple. So we have our crock pot liner over here ready, and we'll move that over here in just a second. But right now we're gonna mix up our seasoning mix. And we start with 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And you see I'm just eyeballing things, and that's okay. Then 1 teaspoon of dried basil. And when I eyeball things, I kind of put it side by side in my bowl so that I can kind of see what's going on. Then we want a ½ teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to get my little salt wheel for that because it'll just be easier. So a ½ teaspoon of salt, and then we want a ½ teaspoon of black pepper. And I don't have any loose that I can use, so I'm just going to have to just grate it in there. All right, and then I have taken just 1 or 2 small of these green onions, and I have minced them up very fine. And you can just buy minced onion if you'd like. Even the dehydrated or dried is fine. But I like the color in using the green onion for what we're doing. And then we just want to mix all of those things together. Okay, I'm going to set that to the side, and then we will take half of it and we will season one side of our chicken. And I've got to wash my hands anyway, so and I have just about 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs that we're using for this, and we just want to press that seasoning blend right into the meat of the chicken. So we have that one side of that chicken seasoned, and now we're going to get our crock pot prepped. All right, I'm going to take about 1 tablespoon of olive oil and just drizzle that in the bottom of my crock pot liner. And I just do a thin stream just until that whole bottom is covered. So that might be a little bit more than 1 tablespoon. Who knows? Then we're going to put in 2 tablespoons of minced fresh garlic. And I'm just going to kind of move that around with the olive oil to create like a base in the bottom of our crock pot liner. Now we'll add in our chicken thighs in a single layer. And actually I'm going to do them seasoning side down because I've got the other half of that seasoning. Nice, good little single layer. And while I've still got my hand good and dirty, I'm just going to take the rest of this seasoning that we made and sprinkle it all over the top. And wash my hands again. Now we're going to take about 1/2 cup of balsamic vinegar and just pour that right over the top. Now this will cook down and it will not taste like vinegar. And this will also help keep that garlic from burning on the bottom. It's really simple. Really easy, really flavorful recipe. So we will put our lid on, and then this will go into the liner on high for 4 hours, or you can do it on low for 6 to 8. and we will take it out, let it rest, and it'll still be hot. And then we'll take the rest of our green onion that I'm just gonna chop up into big chunks. And you could use parsley if you weren't a fan of the green onion, but that balsamic is so sweet, this green onion will add a lot to this. But we're gonna cook this on high for 4 hours, and then we're gonna come back and show you the finished result. So stay with us. Okay, so we finished our roughly a four-hour cook time on these chicken thighs. These are boneless, so that's why the time is so short. However, if you do opt to do bone in, you'll just need to probably do it for 4 to 6 hours. The best thing that you can do is always have a handy dandy meat thermometer or internal thermometer, rather, for any time you're cooking, and then you kind of take the guesswork out. So I set my timer for 4 hours, and then when we got close to the 4-hour mark, I went in there and I checked them, and they were all at 165. So I turned the power off and let them rest for a few minutes. And yes, I have one cooling right now. So they're gorgeous. But you see how pretty they cooked up. That, yes, they even browned, and that balsamic vinegar kind of helps that happen. So we're just going to take those reserved green onions, the tops, and just put them right over the top, or you can leave them on the side and serve them with the with it, or you can put some fresh parsley or something like that. That pop of green just is a really nice thing. But did you see that? I barely hit it with my fork and it just fell apart. That's one of the reasons why I like doing chicken in the crock pot, because it just falls apart and it keeps it so nice and moist. Now, I believe this is cooled enough, so we're gonna give it a taste. I got a small piece so that I could cool it and make sure it doesn't just turn my mouth inside out. So one thing you'll notice is that balsamic vinegar actually turns sweet. That's fantastic. You can serve this with anything, really, a salad, and just this is really all you need. This would also be great with like buttered noodles or some other type of pasta. Just delicious, absolutely delicious. I'll get just a little more. So much flavor with very little effort. This recipe, like all of our others, can be found over at thebutteredhome.com. We hope that you'll give us a visit there and print out your free copy of this recipe so that you can make it anytime you want. Crockpot cooking is great also in the summer when you don't want to heat up your kitchen, and also when you got a ton of other things you need to do. It's perfect for Saturdays because it doesn't have an 8-hour cook time. It's got a 4-hour cook time. So if you need supper in a hurry, but you've got to do laundry, change the beds and all those things, you can put this on and do it while you're doing your normal Saturday running around or your Saturday chores. It's also great because you can have it on Sunday lunch too. You can put it in before you go to church and it'll be ready when you get home. We think that this is one of our most perfect recipes, and we've been making this for years and years. So we hope that you'll try it and love it as much as we do. Make sure that you're following us on all of our social channels. We have a really good time, and you never know when I'm going to pop in live and do something silly, and you won't want to miss it. Also, if you wanted all of our videos in one convenient place, head over to YouTube, search for The Buttered Home, and when you find us, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and ding the bell so that you can be notified when we drop new videos like this one. Y'all, Big D is not a huge chicken fan, but he does love this, and I can't wait to share it with him because it's been a minute since I've made it, and he'll remember how good it was, and I might change his mind. We'll see. From all of us here at The Buttered Home to your home, we sure love you guys. Bye.